The Federal Reserve just cut the federal funds rate by 1/4%. But what does that mean for mortgage rates? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me explain. The first thing to remember is that the federal funds rate is different from mortgage rates. So when you hear that the Federal Reserve cut rates, they're not talking about mortgage rates. What's happened these last couple of weeks is mortgage rates have already been coming down. And the reason why they've been coming down is because investors were already anticipating this rate cut that just happened. So because they were already anticipating it, it was already worked into the rate sheets. So that's why these last couple of weeks, you've seen mortgage rates drop, refinance applications have spiked, and rates are looking the best that they've looked in a while. So, what happened on the day of the Federal Reserve meeting? Well, when Jerome Powell made his announcement, the fact that he cut the federal funds rate by 1/4% was not a shock, so that didn't move the markets at all. But what the markets and the investors were looking for is they were looking to see what is the future projection looking like for the federal funds rate. And Jerome Powell did say that we can anticipate two more rate cuts by the end of this year, which is great. But what about next year? That's really what the markets and the investors were looking for. Well, Jerome Powell did not really want to say that they want to keep cutting next year. He actually made it seem like they want to take a wait and see approach and see what happens with these cuts, how it affects the market, how it affects the economy before they make their decision for next year on if or how many cuts they want to do. And investors didn't really like this. This spooked them. They didn't like what they heard. So mortgage rates actually suffered a little bit after the announcement. We lost that momentum that we had these last couple of weeks. It wasn't much, when I say worsen, it didn't go back to what it was before. No, we're still seeing the lowest rates we've seen in a while. We just lost that momentum. So right now we can expect things to kind of stay steady. Mortgage rates are looking great. So if you are thinking about refinancing, make sure that you reach out to me so I can get you a quote. If you're thinking about buying, this is like the perfect time. You have the perfect storm of still a buyer's market where you could possibly maybe get some seller credits. And on top of that, rates are a little bit lower. So now's the perfect time to get the pre-approval started. Reach out to me and I'd be happy to help with that. Also, make sure you continue following along so I can keep you up to date on what the market does.